Eat my shorts while I eat your flesh, my children! The endurance of the Simpsons after so many years can only be a boon to a 10th anniversary like this, particularly when we've enjoyed other times scary stories were told in the Treehouse of Horror. And our first tale comes at us with a movie parody, Little Shop of Homers. Lisa is working on her science fair project, a special plant that she is trying to grow, but unfortunately, it has quite an unseemly smell. She is ordered to take it to her room, but the little piranha plant accidentally ingests one of Homer's toenail clippings. This gives Lisa an idea, wanting to combine human DNA with the plant, feeding a chemical into it with her father's DNA. She cannot wait to show off the advancements of science she has made. But then the next morning, the plant seems to be dying. Thinking the project has failed, Bart takes the plant to use as a stink bomb against some bullies outside the Quickie Mart, which has now also become a plant selling shop. Look, businesses have to expand their operations in order to survive. You think we just rebranded the Longbox logo for nothing? Well, okay, also for the 10th anniversary, but still! Some cops come along and don't buy Bart's excuse that he was just trying to get help for the plant, bringing it inside, where the plant suddenly tries to eat Chief Wiggum's arm. But no, it's not actually interested in people, but rather the donut he had in his hand. As the plant begins to resemble Homer, Bart and Apu decide to capitalize on this, selling donuts at the store to feed the monstrosity. Lisa is at first angry that Bart is getting all the credit, but eventually she settles down since it did bring about the results she wanted. Plus, he gives her a cut of the money. While business is booming for the store, both Homer and the cops are annoyed because there are no more donuts left to feed regular people. The plant suddenly goes carnivorous as it waits for more donuts, attacking and eating people. But before they can give it a fresh shipment of donuts, Homer torches the plant, and both he and the police get to enjoy donuts again, free of monsters. Next up we have Call Me Homer. Exploring through the attic, Lisa finds the old Bouvier family album, finding some stories of heroic members of that side of the family, but he's distraught by the lack of adventure and chivalry on the Simpsons side. Grandpa, however, is happy to tell Lisa the story of Moby Dick, and how it was really connected to a Simpson back then named Homer. Homer was in charge of melting down whale blubber into oil, but then he tasted some of the blubber and began craving it. He was tied to the mast when the crew discovered him eating their profits, but then Moby Dick attacked. However, Captain Ahab's assistant, Smithers, recommended they try to play dead to placate the whale. It works, but Homer's obsession with eating whale blubber caused him to leap at the beast and bite its tail. Still attached to the ship by rope, however, the whale ended up dragging them all into the Bermuda Triangle, where they disappeared forever. Lisa doesn't believe the story since no one survived to tell the tale, but then Bart discovers the old whaling harpoon, and after a couple of fake-out dreams, he uses it to hunt for his own great white whale, Homer. And finally we have Bart People. Lisa returns home from a week-long jazz workshop in Capital City to find Bart being very nice to her. Everything does feel stranger to her, but she shrugs it off. At school, budget cuts have forced grades 2, 3, and 4 to all be combined into one class, and Mrs. Krabappel assigns boy and girl teams to study together for their projects. Bart wants to work with Lisa, but Mrs. Krabappel is worried he will drag down Lisa's grades. Bart works with Janie instead, though of course is lazy and disinterested. When Janie leaves to get some ice cream though, Bart feels weird and transforms into a panther. Janie assumes the panther ate Bart, and he is soon captured by animal control. However, the driver accidentally delivers Bart to groundskeeper Willie instead of a bunny rabbit, leading to the two wrestling. The taste of Willie's blood transforms Bart back into himself, and he returns to Lisa, explaining that while she was gone, he discovered a curse in their family. They can only study with each other. If they study with anyone else, they become were-panthers. Bart is reassigned to work with Uther because Janie is too scared to return to school, and Lisa still must work with Milhouse. She starts to transform, but realizes that jazz music stops the transformation. Bart, meanwhile, somehow is not able to catch Uther when he transforms, but Lisa arrives with her saxophone to calm him. He doesn't transform back, but they put him in a zoo with other panthers where he will be comfortable. And that should be the end of the curse! Right, Maggie? Well, the first Treehouse of Horror does not have quite enough horror in it, in my opinion. It still has some quite enjoyable and funny material. It's why people still come back to it year after year.
You pick something.